All right. We're going to bore sight a rifle without using the new lays, bore sightlers, and that kind of stuff. The old-fashioned way of bore sighting a rifle. We've got a target set up down here at 25 yards. What we did, we took the bolt out of it. We're going to look through the barrel. This bench rest setup that's right here with the front rest, the back rest is very stable, so it will hold the rifle. So what you do, you get behind your rifle, you look down the barrel, and you put that target in the center of your barrel. Then you look through your scope. And we're going to shoot this at 50 yards, but we're going to bore sight it at 25. And so we've got that moved down there. Got to set the parallax. On the end of this scope right here on this lineman is a parallax setting. You turn this right here, people, it's got ranges on it. Word of course, don't pay attention to what range it is. The new target scopes they've got outside, they've taken the numbers off on the side parallax. Because people complain, well, I don't line up with the numbers. No, they don't. So we're going to turn this thing down to 25, clear it up, and then I'm going to try to explain what parallax is. Okay, so what I've done, the target is in the center of the bore. I've looked in my scope, I put the crosshairs on the dot on the target at 25 yards. I just adjusted it over to where it was at the dot, okay? Now, we're going to take this rifle, and we're going to spin it over here just a little bit. Move this rest around, and we're going to our 50-yard target. And we may have to pause this for a minute and go put up a 50-yard target in a second. So, we're going to get it up there. Then we're going to fire some shots until we get it zeroed in, and hopefully it won't take very many shots to figure out where we're hitting it. We're going to set our parallax. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. That is so clear. Unreal. Okay. Now the reason I said that, now what I'm going to do, I'm not going to touch this gun. I'm going to put it on one of those dots down there on that board. And I'm going to move my head in this scope. Did my crosshairs move? Yes, that dot floated around when I moved my head. So I'm going to have to tweak this thing. It got worse. So I'm going to move my head. I'm going to move it just a little bit. I'm going to move my head until that dot quits moving. Getting closer. A little bounce in it. Now when I look through that, that dot stays right on the target regardless of where I move my head in that scope. Okay, so the parallax is set right now at 50 yards, and on the end of this scope, this Redfield is a very, very good scope. It's very, very clear. That lead dot in there is just perfect. Right now, we're just under 200 yards.
You said Redfield.
Oh, did I? I'm sorry.
Lyman.
I'm a Redfield guy. Lyman. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize.
You're good.
I was used to look at their doing my 3200 Redfield.
Okay. How critical is it for adjustable aperture with a bench rest gun?
Very much so.
Okay.
If you have a fixed powered, say a Weaver K10, K12, something like that, where it's a fixed powered scope, and there's no parallax adjustment on it, either on the end or on the side, those are usually set at 100-yard parallax.
Gotcha.
And
so if you're shooting 50-yard targets,
50 yards, you move your head around, you see the crosshair move in it.
gotcha.
And for target shooting, that's so very important because it'll throw you off a 1/4 of an inch, depends on how off your parallax is.
Gotcha. And so, how is it a pro or a con having it on like what this will ultimately be, mostly a hunting rifle?
It's a little bit on the con side for a hunting rifle.
Gotcha.
Not necessarily. I mean, you can set this parallax for 50 yards.
And you can
Anything 50 yards in or just a little 50 yards or whatever. You know, animal size, yeah, you're fine, okay? But it works for that. But if you're stretching on out there to hit something, then everything's going to be blurry. That's just like a target. Turning it down to 25 yards, it won't move the lens far enough. And so at 25 yards, it's a little blurry. So if you're shooting a squirrel out of a tree, then your squirrel's going to be a little blurry. It's not going to be really clear. So yeah, but this is more of a target scope, even though it's a 10 power. But at 50 yards, it is absolutely crystal clear. So I can tell you that. I can read the lettering on that board down there at 50 yards. I can see the little numbers on it. So
That's crazy.
yeah, it's top of the line.
Yeah.
And yes, yeah, it's a lineman. Yeah. Okay. All right, here we go. We're gonna put a bolt in this thing. Put it back in here. We're gonna fill this clip up and take the bolt out, take the bolt back. And if you don't care, we're going to leave this for just a second. We're going to go put a target up down there and see what it'll do. Here we go. Okay, now we got a target up down there at 50 yards. We're going to finish sighting this thing in at 50 yards. So we're going to put the clip in. And we're going to see if we can get this thing zeroed in on target. Then we're going to go to shooting some small dots and see what kind of groups that this gun will print being factory stock. Now, one trick I'm going to use on this rifle, and since it's got a 2.5 pound trigger pull on it, for a competition gun, I'm going to pinch the trigger. I'm going to put my finger here, I'm going to put my thumb back here, and I'm going to pinch the trigger. And the reason is because it's got a heavy trigger in it. The reason target shooters use as a lot of trigger as possible, if you take your hand like we normally do, is growing up shooting, we put our hand on this trigger, we wrap our hand around this stock. Okay? Well, with the 2.5 pound trigger pull, when you pull that, see what my hand does when I move that trigger? See my thumb? Your thumb moves.
Yep.
And you put 2.5 pounds of pressure on that, trying to pull that back, your thumb moves. Well, when your thumb moves, it will move this rifle for precision shooting. Okay? Most guys lay their thumb down the side of it. If I've got a 2 ounce trigger or a 3 ounce trigger, I can literally just lay my thumb on the side of it and I can pull that back. Now, I've pretty much got this gun locked down. We're not free recoiling this rifle. But I'm going to do what they call a trigger pinch. It's an old target shooter's trick for the heavier bullets. I'm going to try that first with 2.5 pounds to try to make it as consistent as possible. Shoulder pressure, guns like different amounts of shoulder pressure, and where it sets. Like I say, with this setup, it's pretty much locked down. So let's go for it and see if we can pull the trigger on one and see where it lands. We'll shoot a couple and see where it's trying to group at. Oh, see my hole. That's a good thing. The other thing target shooters will do, single feed. They will take, this is a hole, instead of using the clip, they'll single feed bullets in. The reason is when the bullet comes up, it catches the inside the chamber. Well, it can mark the bullet or whatever and change a bullet. We got quite a bit of wind blowing from left to right, but let's get it back up there. See if we can get another one kind of laying down there, sort of kind of where that one is. Pretty close. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to move our scope to our bullet holes. People, they've got 1/8 inch clicks on these turrets. They've got 1/4 inch clicks on turrets on scopes. Guys fiddle around with those and they look at it and say, okay, at 100 yards, I need to move it 1/2 inch. So they give it a 1/4 inch click at a time. So they move it 2 clicks. The way I do it, I ain't gonna say it's the best way, but this is how I've always done it. I will put this thing back on target, right where I was aiming, my aim point. I will look through the scope, and I will move that scope down to the bullet holes. Now, I ought to be pretty close to the center of that target. Okay? We have to move our rest. Just that thing back up. It was hitting low left down there, so. And I'm gonna move to one edge. And there's cold bore shifts in rifles. If you're target shooting, you want to shoot 4 or 5 bullets to warm the barrel up before you go to a score target. You want to shoot 4 or 5, and that gets everything lapped in good. If you go from ammo to ammo, we got several different ammos on this table. Right here, we're using Eley Target to start out with. It's $10 a box. It falls right under the competition line for shooting stuff. It's great ammo, works really well. So
I don't think you're seated all the way.
my clip's not in.
Yeah.
There it is. All right. I don't know why I don't use my rear one. I've got adjustments on both ends. Wind flags are very important when you're target shooting. Right now we've got a wind blowing from left to right. The 25-yard one's blowing more than the 50-yard one is. It will drift a bullet to the left going that way. But if you shoot it in the same conditions, the bullets should land virtually in the same spot on a target rifle. Okay, we're going to plant 5 of these down there. All right, let's see where it went. Ah, yeah. All right. Let's go see what we did.
Oh, sweet.
Okay. Now the way we measure these, we find the farthest two apart. And I didn't bring my plug. I usually use a plug. But that's basically what it is. So somewhere around there, we're at 0.674. So
674.
yeah, but hang on. What you do, you go to center hole.
Gotcha.
So a 0.674 minus 0.223. Minus 0.223. That is a 0.451 group, 5-shot group.
I'll take that at 50.
Yep. So just under a half inch at 50 yards.
And we haven't done anything to
I
it.
haven't done nothing to it. That's stock rifle, bare bones stock rifle, original stock on
Yep.
on a 511, and with the Lyman scope on it, and so that gives us our baseline to start with on this rifle. You know, what can we improve on?
Yep.
How can we make it shoot?
Now the fun starts.
It shoots.
Yeah.
Squirrel hunting accuracy
Yeah.
is wonderful on it. Okay, and then we'll find out how consistent it is and what we can do with it. So
Looking forward to it. That's better than I thought it'd be. By far.
Well, I knew if it was as good as they said they were, it should shoot MOA.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
I was expecting 5 something.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, what we end up with when you subtract that out. You measure
So
the
why'd you
width
do that
from
subtraction?
the last one, then you subtract out the size of 22 bullets.
Oh, okay.
And that
okay.
gives it center to center the widest
Gotcha.
distance. So.
Okay.
We got a 5-shot group down there that will pretty much fit in my fingernail. Okay, that's out of the stock 511 factory stock.
All we did was drill and tap it.
Yeah, it's been drilled and tapped and put a very good scope on it, so you could see. So that's what we expect from this original rifle that was shot with Eley target, which I said was pretty good ammunition. The Eley team, you jump up $6 and something a box, or $16 and something a box. That's bottom line Eley target ammo. Very good stuff. And so far it seems like Eley, which is good for you. And you can get Eley.
Yeah.
Lapua, forget it. You can't buy none right now. So, okay, we're going to tweak this thing down just a little bit. See what we can do with that. Oh, now the 1/4 inch one.
It's swinging pretty good too.
Oh yeah, I hit it solid. I can't get it timed with it. Oh, right under it. I mean, just right under it. I can see it. Ah. Okay. We're out of bullets. So. Yeah. Hit part of them.
I mean, that was pretty good.
We hit part of them.
That target is awesome.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're fun to shoot.